Alright guys, we're back with another one, and this is a comparison between the Samsung Gear S3 Frontier, Motorola Moto 360 Generation 2. Now when it comes to both of these watches, these two smartwatches gotta be in the top 3 or top 5 list of best smartwatches on the market right now. You have the brand new kid on the block. You have the Samsung Gear S3 Frontier. This is a very gorgeous looking watch. This type of smoke black gives a nice glistening type of look. Absolutely gorgeous. With the different watch faces, you can have some really nice, enjoyable watch screens. Gorgeous. Having an AMOLED screen as well makes this watch looks absolutely classy, sporty, just looks awesome. With the rotating bezel, gives it a bunch of functionality along with the 2 buttons on the side. Awesome. But when it comes to the simplistic look of the Motorola Moto 360, this is awesome. It may not be an AMOLED screen, but I would say it is a pretty good screen. Nice pixel density, it definitely looks good, and the watch faces to match. There's some nice looking watch faces that you can get on this watch. When it comes to the build, real simple design, 1 button, no rotating bezel here, but there's not much of a bezel except for a small flat tire at the bottom. But other than that, it's a gorgeous looking smartwatch. But when it comes to build and the rotating bezel of the Samsung Gear S3 Frontier, I would have to say because of the screen, because of the build, when it comes to looks, as much as I love the look of the Moto 360, we got to give it to Samsung. So when it comes to the screens, you have an LCD and an AMOLED screen, and I would say they both look good, but we got to give it to the screen, we got to give it to Samsung. Now when it comes to the functionality of the watch, Motorola, you got something cooking here when it comes to the functionality. Having these messages that would come up is awesome. The way Android Wear does messaging is impeccable. Every time you get a message, it doesn't matter what app you're using, and you bring up the watch, you'll see that message. When it comes to Samsung and you bring up the watch after the watch has buzzed you that something's going on, you see nothing but this beautiful watch face. Nothing comes up on the screen that you got a message. Now, on certain apps, yes, you'll see the message. Google Plus worked very well. But the other apps that I have in my phone just don't play well with this Samsung Gear S3 Frontier. That might be the biggest problem that I have with this watch, is that I can't get to see my messages. And that is what turned me off from this watch, is the messages. So when it comes to overall functionality of the OS, I gotta give it to the Moto 360 with Android Wear. Android Wear has really took out the complicated stuff and made it nice and simple. Now when it comes to running, heart rate monitors, stuff like that, both these watches got that down packed. But if I had to go with the overall accuracy, especially with being in the nursing profession, I should say, I gotta say that Samsung, I think, do a more accurate job when it comes to step counting, heart rate monitoring, and stuff like that. I think Android Wear got to step up the RAM and step up the processing to get up to Samsung standards. That might be the issue. Now, when it comes to having on-screen, both these watches have on-screen mode, but for some reason, maybe because of battery savings, Samsung be turning it down. Now, and talk about this watch individually. When it comes to battery life is tremendous on the Samsung Gear S3 Frontier. With average usage, I can say the Samsung Gear S3 Frontier can give you 2 full days of battery life. Now, but battery life, a full day, even under the highest of brightness, you can definitely get with the Samsung Gear S3 Frontier. But when it comes to the Moto 360 and battery life, you got a good day and a half of battery life, even if you keep it on 3 when it comes to the brightness level. If you keep it on full brightness, you'll be able to go through about 2 shifts most of your day, but you'll have to charge up at night. So I wouldn't recommend you go full brightness, but you could definitely get a full day or a day and a half under moderate usage. So we bring both these watches together, and which watch is the better watch? Well, you know what? I've been with Motorola for a while, and I do love Motorola. And Samsung got the rotating bezel, the AMOLED screen, the beautiful watch faces that I really like. And they're both 22-meter bands, so you can easily interchange and do whatever you want with these bands. It's that easy. But when it comes to the overall winner, I gotta go with the Moto 360 Android Wear, because you know what? To function as a regular watch, I need the functionality of getting all my messages to show up at a glance on my watch, and I'm not getting that with the Samsung Gear S3 Frontier. So pretty much with that, the winner of this match is the Motorola 360. Android Wear is just a better operating system for a watch, in my opinion.